Good morning, Teresa Bendito. How are you, my love? I hope you're doing well. I know this is a little crooked. Let me fix it. Sorry. So, I have to whisper because the guys are sleeping, but I'm already up and making their lunches. How was your night at work? Oh, thank you. Anastasia, good morning. So, this is my morning routine, you guys. Okay, let me show you. So in here, hold on. All right. In here we have ground beef, and this is sirloin ground beef. I hope you can hear me. I have to whisper because the guys are sleeping. There's ground beef here, and there's chicken over there. And that's what we're going to use to stuff our empanadas. What I wanted to tell you guys is you can stuff them with anything you want. These are the ones I use. I switch between Goya and these. It depends on which ones I could find. So I'm using these today. Hopefully you can see. I like the yellow ones. Some people don't like the yellow ones. To me, it doesn't make a difference in the flavor. That's just me. So I'm gonna start. These, you want to take out any brand you buy. You want to take it out from the freezer about 2 hours before you're gonna make them, so that they thaw out and they don't stick together. Because it's just really dough. All it is dough. You'll see. See, it's just dough. So if you do it about an hour or two, I keep them in the fridge. I put them in the fridge the night before. And all you're gonna do is stuff them. The most important thing to keep in mind when you're making these is to make sure that you seal them properly, because you don't want the filling to ooze all over your oil. It's gonna make a big mess. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. And yeah, these are super easy, you guys. You could put ham and cheese inside. You could put, we eat them. Hold on, let me put you guys up a little bit so you can see my face. You can, there's sweet ones, for example, Cuban bakeries, they make them with guava and cream cheese. Really delicious. You can do like I'm doing, I'm doing chicken and beef. You can do that. You can take your leftover meat and use it for this. It's a quick little something. What takes the most time is cooking the meat. and then sealing these up. But it doesn't really take a long time. I'm separating them right now. I'm going to turn you guys back down so you can see how I do that part, because I have some mozzarella cheese that I want to incorporate with a couple of them. And yeah, you can add tomato sauce to your ground beef, however you guys enjoy your meat. That's what you can use. I've even tried making it with rice, like the chicken and rice that I make. I made a video a while ago. Sometimes, it depends. Usually, you see Teresa adds pumpkins. Usually, they'll let me know the day before if they're gonna want breakfast or not, because they're not big breakfast eaters. So they'll eat like whatever I send for lunch in 2 parts. So let's say they'll have, for example, 2 empanadas for breakfast and 2 for lunch, because I try to give them 4 for each one of the guys. And as you know, I have 3 guys. So I'm gonna use a little bit of tomato paste for the ground beef one. You can also use potatoes. It's really good with potatoes inside. I'm not gonna, because I don't feel like peeling potatoes. It's too early. Usually I make these the day before, and then I put them in the fridge separate. You have to separate them, because if not, because it's dough, they'll stick together. So I'll put them in the fridge the day before, already prepped, and all I have to do in the morning is fry it for them. So let me put you guys down this way so you can see what I'm about to start doing. Yeah, that works. I need a spoon. Yes, my hands are clean. I washed them before I started the live. You always want to have clean hands when you're cooking a meal. Now, because I'm using tomato paste, I'm going to add a little bit of water. I had to pre-make the meat in order to save some time. Whatever meat you use, you want to make sure it doesn't have a ton of sauce. I just like to give it a little bit of sauce. You guys are proud of me, huh? I kept my word. Let me crank up the heat just a little bit, because this is ready. I just need the sauce to get in there real good. You know what? Let's do this. And I did make a lot, but I like to store the leftover, and then I can make this with rice later. So now we are gonna stuff. Let me bring you a little bit closer and a little bit lower. We good? You guys could see there, right? I'm in my PJs. Don't judge me. You want to make sure you get some of the veggies. Straighten out a little bit of the sauce. This is how I found it easy for me. Kind of started a little bit backwards, but I like to grab it with my hands. Ah! You guys, I always cook by myself. I do everything by myself. Alright, so here's what I like to do. I like to cup it in my hand like this, and then start pinching edge with edge, right? Like this. You could already see a little bit of juice seeping out. Don't worry, that is not gonna seep out in a second. Alright. So now I'm going to put it down, just flatten it out, grab a fork, handy dandy fork, and just start sealing it. You want to put pressure on the tips and then push down this way. That makes a nice seal. It works for me. And yes, I used to sell these, you guys. I stopped because every time I would make these for sale, the guys, they'd eat their food. Like the other co-workers would eat their empanadas and leave them without empanadas. So I just stopped selling them at their job. So because my meat is so warm, it's a little soft. Good morning, cornflower. How are you? So again, I put it and then I do this. I just basically cup it like if you were making a taco. Make sure I get veggies and chicken. And you don't need a whole lot of filling. They're actually really yummy, just like this. Again, pinch. See? Just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start warming up my oil, because that takes a minute. I do have a deep fryer, but I don't like using it. I don't trust it. I know I washed it. I like to let the pot warm up first and then add the oil and let it warm up. I think it makes it faster. And I started off on high, but you'll see I'll turn it down after I add the oil, because you don't want your oil too hot. And that's what it looks like, you guys. Look at it. It's so easy. So easy. Anybody can do this, in my opinion. You could do this with your kids and let them smush the sides. You just have to, make sure you seal it up real good. No, Anastasia, they're going to get deep fried. Empanadas are always deep fried. They have to be deep fried. I've never tried them baked. I don't know if it'll work. Our oven is broken, so I can't really use my oven, which sucks, because one of the dishes that I wanted to cook with you guys in the future, excuse me, is flan. And for that I need my oven. I know I can do it stovetop, but it's not the same. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't look the same. So all I do is make sure it's nice and even. And start from the edge here. Again, you don't want your filling to ooze out. That's one of the most important parts. So tip of the fork touches the dough first, and then you press it down this way. Tip of the fork, press down. Tip, press down. All the way across. I am a person that eats with my eyes and nose. So my food doesn't only have to smell and taste good, it has to look nice also. So I try to make things look pretty. Just like our crafts. Oh, Anastasia. I was talking to Sissy a while ago. I need to figure out how I could freeze food and mail it. Because that was something that I was thinking about doing for my friends, Part of my Happy Mail, sending food. I thought that would be fun. But I don't know how to do that yet. I have to look into it, and that's going to take some time because my plate is pretty much full right now. I wish you guys, I'll show you at another time that my crafty mess is still a crafty disaster. Not even a mess, it's a disaster. I'm working on it because it's overwhelming now. It's overwhelming me now. So that's that. Let me add the oil. You want to add enough oil to cover most of the empanada. So let's see. I'm sorry that I'm whispering for those of you who didn't hear me before. My guys are sleeping. It's here in Florida. Let me see. It's 4:17 in the morning. So you already know. And hello, Queen Bee. Thank you so much for joining. So once in a while, guys, I will be doing these cooking lives. My cooking videos will be live just so that I can talk to you guys and answer your questions in that moment. I think it'll be easier this way. So, yeah. All right. Now, I'm going to turn down the heat for the oil. I have it on high just because of speed. And then I'll turn it down so that my empanadas do not burn. You don't want a burnt empanada. It doesn't taste good. Put it at a medium high heat because these cook up really fast. You'll see. Let me bring you here. That's the pot of oil. Do not come for my old looking pot, okay? The stuff that I use in this kitchen was already here when we moved in. We have a roommate. And you see it's not super hot. That's okay. I'm gonna go get some paper towels. Oh, they're actually right here. I forgot. I have bought more. I was gonna go get napkins. So you wanna make sure you get a decent amount of paper towels for when you pull them out. So I use 4 of the little ones. Good morning, Ganja Granny. How are you? Oh, thank you, Granny. Sending you kisses and hugs. So I like to keep the plate where I'm going to set them real close because they cook up real fast, guys. They really, really do. Oh no, where did they put it? Oh, guys. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to use my ghetto. I usually use tongs, but I can't find them, so I'm gonna use this. Be very careful. You don't want to burn yourself. I have, as a matter of fact, I'll show you. A while ago, I don't know if you can see my knuckle right here. That was making empanadas. I cut myself. Yes, I did. I do not have patience to make it, Granny. I have no patience. This is the dough I use. I'll show you now. So I'm only going to make a few with you guys because I have to hurry up. They leave around 5-ish. So this is the dough I use. Goya also makes the same type of dough. And they actually sell it with the separators. But when I went, they didn't have any more. So I'm going to flip again. This is how I make them. It might not be the right way, but the guys like it. Their co-workers like it. I used to get paid for these. And I think they're delicious. You can make a sauce if you want. Like I said, you could stuff them with cheese and ham, and they're delicious. You can use guava and cheese inside. That's delicious. Do I recommend you eating these often? No. Heck no. Because you're frying it and it's dough. So the carbs will stack up and you will be a chunky monkey like me. Oh, cool. What is that? Where is that from? I've never heard of that. I love to cook, you guys. This is so relaxing for me. You just have to be super careful when you're cooking. These are not going to come out too like too dark, only because my oil is not super hot, like I said. So now I'm just going to give it a second to drain. And then set them aside. I'm sorry I can't see the live chat right now. I gotta focus because this oil is hot now. Alright, let's chuck in these two puppies. And then for those of you that are just now, that's what hubby says, corn flour. I'm just gonna do some of the meat ones for you guys to see what those look like. It looks the same, really it does. It's the flavor that's different. I have one, Anastasia, but my deep fryer is a little smaller than this, and so I can only do 2 empanadas at a time, and I need speed in the morning. I need to be able to make more than that. There we go. So those are, I'm going to leave those dancing there for a few seconds while I move you guys back over. Sorry for all of the movement, but it's necessary. You guys know I don't have a camera, I have my phone. So again, I'm going to show you how I seal them and fill them and seal them. It's really easy, you guys. It's really, really easy. So I'm going to take a little bit of my meat. Make sure I have veggies inside. Stir this up. I used sirloin ground beef today because it looked really nice. I bought it at Walmart. I buy my bags of chicken at Walmart because this is a budget family, y'all. We ain't rich, so, but it's actually really good. I love the chicken from there. So here's my stuffing, right? You could even do like pepper steak. I think that would be so yummy, you guys. Okay, it's okay, Cornflower. Thank you so much for joining us. I am active in the morning, but once the guys leave, I usually go back to bed at around 6-ish or 7 until about 9 or 10, Granny, and get a little extra nap. I do this because I like for my guys to take fresh food to work every day. I don't know, it's something about eating fresh food. It makes them, like, in my eyes, they know that they're loved because I am able to take the time to do this for them. And I think it motivates them more at work, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. And I do love my guys very much, especially my fiance. I'm very grateful for him, so this is my way of showing my appreciation. Let me flip these over. Okay, a couple more minutes on those. So again, you're going to place it in the palm like this, right? Aw, Granny, thank you. Oh yes, Cornflower, have a wonderful Monday, baby. I really try, you know. I've never had a full-out family per se. And I've never really been able to feel appreciated how I feel now. I have my moments with them, I do, because nothing is perfect, you guys. No one is perfect. But for the most part, this is the most loved I felt when it comes to having a family. So here we go. Tip of your fork, like that, then down. Tip of the fork, press down. And you're going to do that all the way around. The most important thing, again, I cannot say this enough, is that you make sure that you seal it all the way around. Because otherwise, your filling will ooze out. and make a big mess. Yes, I'm doing a 2-4 over here. Pulling them out. Give me a second. Now I'm going to chuck these in there. Let me up you a little bit. Let me see. So for everybody watching the replay, I hope you're proud. I kept my word. I told you guys I was coming at 4 in the morning to do this with you. Now, because I'm doing chicken and beef, I do have to remember to separate them so that they don't get all mixed up together. Take out a couple of these. Add a little bit more meat. You don't want to overstuff them because then it's a pain in the butt to seal. And so, again, like a taco, all you're going to do is press the edges to close it. Nice and even. Take your time. If you can prepare them before you start frying them, better. It's better. But I have a time restraint. These guys leave right after 5 in the morning. So I have to hurry up and get these done. Flip time. And they go by pretty quick. They really do. Let me turn this oil down just a pinch more. Like I said, you can stuff these with whatever you want. I think the whole thing about the empanada is eating a dough pastry that's fried and stuffed with something delicious. And if I do say so myself, mine are pretty delicious. They do. They work outside. Especially my son. He unloads trucks at construction sites. And yeah, that's basically, it's so repetitive, you guys. Hermanito, you missed part of it. I'm gonna whoop your tushy, my little vampire. So, just for you, I'm gonna make one more on camera. Well, before I talk to you guys. So, aw, you were sleeping. I love you so much. Okay, so you're gonna put it you're gonna put it in the palm of your hand like a taco, right? Then you're gonna add your stuffing. Do not overstuff these, hermanito, because se le sale la mierda. Everything comes out. And then you're gonna pinch the edges. Make sure that you line them up so that they look pretty. Pinch your edges. And I gotta put this down for a second because I gotta pull out, I gotta flip my empanada that's frying. There we go. Okay, back down, guys. Lucky. It's 4:30. Angel should be getting up around 4:45 to take a shower and get ready. So, what I was telling everybody, hermanito, is you want to put your fork, the tip of your fork down first and then press down. Even though I know you're a chef, I know you could do this. Tip, press down, tip, press down, tip, press down, all the way around. Make sure you do them nice and tight. See that? So that nothing comes out. He is in California. I got a few. Ow. Don't burn yourself stupid. And I'm not calling you guys stupid, I'm calling myself stupid. I was talking to myself. So let me show you. This is what our empanadas, these are the first 3 we fried. You see how they came out light? You can dip them in again if you want. I have no choice. So these 3 here, 1, 2, 3, those are meat, beef. These 5 are chicken. I have to separate them because then I'll forget. So let me grab this plate. This way I don't mix them up. Close that. When I make the chicken for this, well, anytime I'm making like rice and chicken or like the beef, how I make it, these are the things that I use. Chicken bouillon, chicken flavored bouillon. Any brand will do. You could even use the cubed one, it's fine. And then for the beef, I use this one always if I'm going to make a saucy beef. Now, again, you want to make sure that you do not use too much sauce, because then you're going to have a soggy empanada. I really wanted to do these yesterday so that I could, you know, talk a little louder. But I was too full, y'all. I ate my booty off at that Chinese buffet yesterday. And I was able to have dessert. That coconut ice cream was off the chain. I love food. People don't believe me when I say I'm anorexic. I can spend days without eating. But I like to cook. I really enjoy cooking. And I'm really picky about food and where I eat also. So right now I have 5 chicken and 5 beef. So I just made, in the time that we've been here, 10 empanadas, you guys. It is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Make sure you drain your oil, because then, again, they're going to be soggy and gross and ugly, and nobody wants that. So right now I have 10. I'm going to do a couple more. We got to figure out how we could send these. I don't know how. I can freeze them. I've done it before, but I don't know how to ship them. Again, you want to take these out about an hour or so before. An hour to 2 hours. I do it the night before, but I don't leave them outside. I put them in the fridge, in the bottom, to thaw out overnight. Or you can make them the day before, freeze them, and then all you would have to do is fry them. See that stuffing? They go by pretty quick. I want to make sure I have 6 of each of these. No, 8, sorry, because it's 4 and 4. I sent 4 for each guy, so I need 12. 6 and 6, right? Yeah, I think I'm right. Time to flip. And yes, you guys, I do work this quietly when I cook in the mornings. I'm very considerate of people's sleep. I try to be, because I'm an insomniac. I don't sleep a lot. I only need a few hours of sleep and I'm good to go. I guess you could say I am a morning person. But I'm kind of an all-day person. I try to stay in a good mood. Let me see. Yes, they would. Stop it. They'd come out perfect. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I need one more chicken. There it goes. Pollito. Pinch. Isn't he? Es que, I've been like this since I was a little girl. I don't know why. That's why, for example, if I can't sleep and I get up in the middle of the night, I tend to go outside because I don't like to disturb Angel's sleep. You know, hermanito, he works, they leave early in the morning, and sometimes they get home at 7 o'clock. So I try to let him, especially he's been sick, with the whole thing with his hand. I was telling everyone to please, if you try these, please, please, please be careful because you're working with hot oil. And as you saw, I have this beautiful scar right there, and that is from making empanadas. I got myself burnt a while ago, ironing clothes. I'm a mess, y'all. I am a mess. So, remember I was telling you, you guys could stuff this with anything. So I'm going to show you. Here I have some leftover grilled meat. I'm going to chop it up real quick. Boop, boop, boop. One of my secrets of cooking for my food to taste good is the fact that I love to cook. I love cooking, you guys. When you make something, make it with love, and trust me, it shows when you do that. Okay, so I'm just going to use a couple pieces because, again, you don't want to overstuff. So I'm going to put some carne asada in here. I'm going to add a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Like that. And I like a little bit of a kick, so I'm going to add just a sprinkle of cayenne pepper. This one's for me, as you know, as you can tell, I'm sure. But I can only eat one because all the cheese and the dough and the oil. See, like this one's a little bit overstuffed. You don't want to overstuff it because you don't want nothing to ooze out. Okay. I gotta pick it up. See, that's why I like my method, because it helps me seal it so nothing falls out. The taco method, I call it. Yeah, this one's giving me a hard time, y'all. But I mean, it's gonna be the same principle of making sure you seal it. Ooh, that was close. I almost cut myself. Do not cut yourself. Don't be like Jenny, y'all. Don't be like Jenny. Cook like me, but don't be like me. Don't cut yourself. Don't burn yourself. Be more careful. I'm almost done. But I know that this one is going to be so worth it. Pull out that piece of cheese. You can do this with ham and cheese. You can do sweet ones. You can do what is it? The coconut that comes in the can, shredded coconut from the can, or just regular shredded coconut with some cream cheese is really yummy. This is one of those dishes that is to your liking. You could do whatever you want with it. I'm gonna make one more just so I can let Angel taste it and see if he likes this concept, because I've never done this before with the grilled beef. Time to pull out my last. This is a chicken one. Six, perfect. Okay. So I'm making, like I said, 6 of each. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 6 of each, because the guys get 4 empanadas to take to work. Sometimes Angel and Victor share their lunch with Angel's cousin, and so I like to send them a little bit extra so that they still get their food, you know. Again, taco method. Don't overstuff it because it'll make a big old mess. Fold and pinch. Fold and pinch. You don't have to pinch super tight. It's just to start sealing it. And then you're going to put it down. And I like to do this to the edges. And then it makes it easy for me to use my fork. I think these are fun to prep with your kids. Do not let them fry them, but just like this part, the stuffing and pinching part, I think kids would enjoy this. I started making these not too long ago, and so I never got to make them with my children, but I used to make other dishes with them. Like they used to love homemade nachos and what do you call it? Homemade nachos, and I used to let them make ice cream sundaes, stuff like that. I think that cooking with your kids, letting them be active in the kitchen is very good. Laz will never go hungry because he knows how to cook. Alright, so now let me show y'all my ugly mug. So these I'm going to make later. I don't need to make these right now because I already have what I need for the guys. So I wasn't lying, you guys. They take home cooked food every day. I'm going to lay down some napkins and some foil. That helps them stay crunchy for them until they eat them. Well, I did it because if he ever fell in love with a girl that didn't know how to cook, he would never go hungry and can always have a hot plate of food. And so that was why I did that with Laz. I'm going to dip in the first ones I made in the oil one more time so they could brown up a little bit more. I'm okay. Alright, so now I'm just gonna start plating these up for them. basically, I don't really need to use their plates, to be honest. I'm just going to do it for the video today. I don't usually, when I make empanadas, I just wrap them up in foil for them. And bam, they're good to go. But today, I'm going to be fancy for y'all. Yeah, my son can cook, and he's 21, girl. Whew. Whew. I didn't make that a choice. Besides, one day I'm going to get old, y'all, and he's going to have to cook for me. When mama can't cook no more, you know? Sometimes I do wish I would have been able to enjoy my daughter. For those of you who don't know, yes, I do have a daughter. No, I'm not going to talk about that situation right now, but I wish I would have been able to finish raising my daughter because this is something I wanted to share with her. This was a dream of mine. I always wanted a girl, and my daughter is my last child. She is 14 right now. So I'll show you guys once I'm done packaging them up for them, how they're looking. Let's take out the rest. I was telling Jesse the other day, I'm a jack of all trade, master of some. This is one of the things I'm a jack of. So yeah, let me show you their plates. Don't cry, it's okay. You guys are so cute. So, this is what they'll be taking today. Nom nom nom. Oh, no. Sorry, y'all. 4:49. I gotta go wake up Angel. See? And that's that. You could add a little dipping sauce if you want. They're gonna take it just like that. They're gonna take it just like that because Victor makes encurtido, and it's basically like a type of sauce, I'll show you. It looks like this. Central Americans make it a lot, and it basically has carrots, onions, and jalapenos in there, and vinegar, and red onions at that. So we have that homemade, but they have a bucket at work, so I don't have to give them any dipping sauces. That's the good news. And so now, wrap up, and ooh, it's hot, y'all. It is hot. Well, my kitchen is hot. I see why. So, yeah. Now I have all of this left over. That's a long story, Anastasia. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I appreciate the positive thought. It's okay. I was able to do it with my son, and I'm grateful for that. Everything happens for a reason, and life has taught me to accept the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, everything all together. I can't dwell on my pain, otherwise it consumes you, and I won't dwell on it any longer. It's already consumed me for 12 years. And last year I decided I wasn't going to let it consume me anymore. So Yes, she does. She got money. Let me go see. I gotta go, you guys. I gotta go get Angel's clothes out of the closet and get him all set up. And then that's it. These are my yummy empanadas that I keep talking about. Oh, you guys. They're delicious. If you try them out, just let me know. You don't have to tag me or nothing. But if you make them yourself, let me know. You could even go to a... Oh, cortadito, que rico. I have my cafecito over there, my Cuban coffee. You can even, if you have a Cuban bakery or a Spanish bakery, most of them sell these. Go try one out and let me know how you like it. Oh, pupusas de chicharrón. So don't forget, y'all, I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. Not the bottom of my, because I don't have any of those. And be kind. Why? Because it's free.com up in here, y'all. I love you, and I will see you later today. Bye.